Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we have another figure from Spider-Man the Animated Series, and it is my favorite character, Venom. So this one is one of the two versions. It says Venom 2. The number 1 was just a solid figure with a chomping jaw, and I'll look to get that one as well, but this one I liked more, so I decided to start with it because you can see Eddie Brock's head and face, and it comes with a Venom mask and a few other things. But before we get into the figure, let's go ahead and just look at this packaging. We've already done Spider-Man from this set and series, and then we're going to do Venom on this video, the Chameleon next, Green Goblin, and then a few more coming up after that. If there are anybody would like to see, please just leave a comment down below. But starting up here, we've got again the Spider-Man logo with him up at the top from the new animated series. It's a pretty old figure, and we got this cool picture here of Venom with some of Eddie Brock's face showing. Down here we kind of got the city, the figure, and then in the back tells us to place the mask over his head, and it gives us a little bit of information here. So Venom, two beings acting as one in perfect symbiosis, and I'll just leave it here for a second in case anybody wants to pause and read through this. The neat thing about this is each one of these figures gives a little summary about the character. We got the same photo like we had in the front, and then some others from the set here as well. So we have the Pumpkin Bomb Attack Green Goblin. This one will be coming up soon. The Chameleon will be next, and then Mysterio I'll probably look to get. The Prowler will be coming up, and then we've got this whole Spider-Man playset and a few other characters as well. Scorpion's pretty cool, and Rhino. So over time I will get all of these. If there are any somebody would like to see sometime soon, you can just leave a comment down below. I'm happy to get the figure. So let's go ahead and get this guy out and see what we've got. That's Spider-Man also from the last Spider-Man video, so we'll kind of do a comparison of this figure to the Venom. So just like the others, we'll start down here at the bottom. And while we're getting this open, just wanted to make a note that I will be changing the name of the channel. It's currently Detective Conan because I'm a big fan of the Case Closed Detective Conan anime and manga. And so that's what I went with when I first started it. But because we're doing all these different figures, I'll be changing the name to Favorite Figure Reviews. Went with that name because in this channel I'm really opening up my favorite figures and the favorite figures of anybody who subscribes, leaves a comment down below. Any figures you guys would like to see, I'm always happy to get those. So I thought Favorite Figure Reviews was a more fitting name for the channel. So here over the next week or so, probably after the Chameleon video, you will see that name. I'll leave the picture the same of the Detective Conan manga cover, but the name will be different. Just a heads up on that. And it looks like this is kind of stuck, so just break it off. So this was not our cleanest or neatest opening, but again, once you put it down, this is really the only piece you can see that's ripped. We can add some tape at the bottom if we ever would like to display the figure in this again. So here it is. Let's start up here with the pin. Get this close up so you guys can see. It's Venom. We got one with the Spider-Man figure as well, so set that off to the side. Kind of a neat feature. Hopefully all of these come with the pin. And we've got the mask, which we will look at in closer detail here in just a second. And then we get this piece too, which looks like it would just go on his stomach. It's kind of got some of these parts and pieces sticking out when the, I guess the alien in the suit is kind of leaving his body. You'll see some of these little black pieces kind of up in the air. I think that's what that's supposed to be, but we'll see once we get it on the figure. And then here's the actual figure. So we'll take a look at it up close. Eddie Brock. There's his face. He's got that angry look. Head swivels a little bit. So let's just get that up close. There we go. So you can really see the details. And then you can just see kind of the veins. For those of you who have seen Venom the movie or have watched the show over the years, you know that he's always got these veins, these little details. So it's really nice they included this on the figure. You can see all the muscle, the hands, more veins there. And then just here, another close-up of his arm. You can just see the detail that they put in to get all the muscles and the veins. His little logo right there in the front. And there's his other hand, so you can see that one's facing down, the other one's facing up. And then his legs come up, he bends at the knee. Both sides, does not swivel at the hips, and then on the back, that looks really cool. Love that sign back there, and right there on top of his hands, he has the detailing, the white with the black dot. And I had an old Amazing Spider-Man PlayStation game, and that's where his version of the webbing would shoot out from on that game. So we've seen the figure here without the mask. Let's go ahead and get that on. So the mask is actually a very squishy rubber. You can see Venom's eyes. He's got his tongue sticking out in the teeth. So we'll get this over the head here. Now that looks cool. What I love about it is once you get the mask on, you can't see any of the neck, so the mask completely covers that white piece of the neck. No, I love that. I've had this figure for quite some time, and I'm excited to finally get it out of the package. And we'll put this guy down next to the Spider-Man figure to do the comparison. But for anyone who's a fan of Venom, highly recommend this figure. Probably looking at 30 to 40 bucks for this one. Might be able to find it cheaper, hope you can. Let's see here what this is supposed to be. I'd look on Amazon and eBay, and that's usually where I go to get the figures. So I think I'm doing this right. I mean, might be easier to see when we put the figure down, but if we put that up on him, I guess it kind of looks like it's coming off, where those pieces are standing up. Let me just set him down real quick. So it's like how we can kind of see here some of these pieces coming up off of him. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Could be wrong. If anybody knows for sure, feel free to let me know. But we'll go ahead and take that piece off for now. There's the figure from the back again. And then still turn his head, turn the mask, however we want. Let's go ahead and set this down. And we'll get the Spider-Man figure from last time next to him. Kind of do a side by side of the two. Just 1 second, we'll get this camera down. And there they are, Spider-Man and Venom. So you can see there's quite a bit of a difference in the size. Venom's a lot bulkier and bigger, which is true to the character, so that detail is definitely appreciated from a fan of the show. And when he's got that mask on, you can't even tell that it's just a rubber mask you would put on him. You would think it's just a solid action figure. And one of my favorite details is that it completely covers his neck, so you can't see any of Eddie Brock's skin actually showing once you've got the mask on. But there's a comparison of the two figures next to each other. I love the Venom, and as I open up the other ones, Chameleon, Green Goblin, we'll just stack them all up one next to the other. And after we get that first series of them open, I'll probably look to do a villain series, maybe start with the Sinister Six and open those up one by one. So if there's any particular one you'd like to see, please let me know down in the comment section. And we're definitely gonna have a lot more of these Spider-Man figures coming soon. So let's go ahead and zoom out of these. And we'll do one more close-up of the Venom. Completely turn the figure around so everyone can see. I love this series. The Amazing Spider-Man was always the one that I followed the most, and I actually have these Essential Spider-Man books which have the original comics inside, but they are in black and white. And so each one has about 20 issues. You know, here's the Scorpion one. It'll even show you the cover, face to face with the lizard. So if anybody would like to see any reviews or just kind of a show and tell of these, I've got 5 or 6 volumes. I'm happy to do it. But again, we'll set that aside. We got the figure right here, Venom, and then we've got Spider-Man. So the 2 we've done so far, and we will have Chameleon coming up next. Thank you for tuning in, as always. Again, leave any figure recommendations down below in the comment section, and I'll see you again soon.